All right. Welcome everybody to First Attack. We are here today with Mr. BrkrDave, BrkrDave, whatever you want to call it, and of course Mr. UltraDavid here.
Yeah, I'm here because it's a joint episode, because it's a special episode. We're finally going over Blazblue. Just came out in North America recently, Chronophantasma.
Yep.
And, you know, the game has been out for quite a while.
Right. I mean, for everyone who's wanted it,
yeah,
they've been able to buy the Japanese version. Out. Yeah. So.
But it's finally out in North America, so we took this as the opportunity to have this whole expose that we tend to do when games come out, where we have the whole basics and then we do the characters, and it usually takes forever. We're going to try to make it not take forever this time, but we'll see.
It's going to take forever, yeah.
It might take forever.
But definitely I want to introduce BrkrDave here. That's what you said it's supposed to be, right?
That is the original father's insurance broker.
Yeah. So explain the story, because I hadn't heard the story before behind the name.
Okay. So my dad is an insurance broker. He makes an account, BrkrDave@gmail.com. I use BrkrDave on all of my my net play. I go to my first tournament. I do okay. And everyone just knows me as BrkrDave from then on. Even when I entered, actually for Persona, I entered solely as N West, and people never call me N West.
Yeah, and I do want to note that when you first walked in the door, I said, "What's up, Dave?" And that's not your real name.
Yeah, it's okay. Everyone still calls me Dave.
What is in fact your real name, or do you prefer not people knowing?
I shall reveal it, Eddie.
Okay,
yeah,
cool.
Most people already know.
Okay, there you go. So yeah, we have Eddie, aka BrkrDave, as you are now known. So.
And then, so obviously we're gonna go all over Blazblue. We have Blazblue here. Do you want to talk about your accomplishments in Blazblue at all? You want to talk yourself up?
Well, I've been playing since CT. My first real appearance in Blazblue would have been SCR 2 years ago, I guess. In December, where I think I got 16th. Then I won SCR and P4A the next year. I won a couple majors in Blazblue as well. This year I have lost every major to Kokonoi.
Yeah.
But otherwise I've done pretty well.
Okay.
Oh man.
Okay.
I did lose one game to Lich, who plays Hazama and Relius. But other than that, I have solely lost to Kokonoi.
Wow.
That's rough.
Yeah.
And for those people who don't know, you were in grand finals at SCR.
I was.
Against the Kokonoi. And the creator of Blazblue was actually around for that match.
He was.
Right? Why don't you tell us what happened during that match?
Well, aside from general shenanigans with that character, I did take a famous 8K combo, and he thought it was pretty funny and laughed pretty hard at that moment.
That sucks.
Unburstable 8K combo.
Yeah.
So there's nothing I could do when she did that 3C, and I took 8K. So which is, if you don't know 8K in Blazblue, that's usually about 80% of your life.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe more depending on your character. My character is about 80% of my life.
Well, I'm sure we'll get into all that stuff, but you want to hop over to the actual video of this thing?
Here we go.
So we have the actual English version from North America.
Yes.
What?
Yeah.
Check it out.
What?
Check it. With all
understandable
the characters.
menus.
Dude, Kokonoi just got released as DLC today.
Yeah.
So, I was able to grab Kokonoi before the show started. So here's my question. Do people like it like this? Or do people actually want to see, us? You know what I mean?
PIP there?
Yeah, let me see if
I
I can
don't know,
get
man.
that here. So, do people like that, or do people want to see us? Because obviously we're three extremely handsome gentlemen here, right? So,
I don't know, man.
but yeah, okay, we'll just do this.
Let's just leave it like this.
The stream has told me before that I am very good looking.
Yeah.
So therefore, I believe it.
Okay, so James, it's First Attack, so it's your show technically.
Sure, no problem. So, I mean, basically what we usually do is we go over the very basics on First Attack. We talk about the system, we talk about the overall engine of the game, and then once we switch over to level 3 focus, that's when we get into the character depth, right? Okay, everyone wants both, so I'm going to put up both here.
Yeah.
Alright, so as we usually do, we're just going to go ahead and start with the very basics. So even before we get to what's going on in the game here, what's the button layout for this game?
All right, so for those of you who maybe can't see the stick, your top 3 buttons, your top left 3 buttons are going to be your light, your medium, and your heavy. Going light, medium, heavy for most people. And then this button, located where your thumb would normally sit, is your D button. That's your special button. If you're going to play type A, which some people, like Guilty Gear players, like to play, you'll play A, B, C, D, going this way.
Okay. And that's it. There's only 4 buttons.
There's only
right?
4 buttons.
Okay.
And it's the same for every character. I mean, you got your A, B, C, and D.
All right, so what do they all do? I mean, obviously Street Fighter's 3 punches, 3
Yeah.
kicks, so what's the situation here in BlazBlue?
So your quote normals as opposed to your special D button, which is like your character's special
like
thing
talent.
that they can do,
Right, okay.
is going to be the same. You're going to have your light, medium, and your heavy, which is A, B, and C.
Okay.
So kind of similar to Marvel. And then you're going to have your S button, which is going to be your special that you can do. So if you're playing Jin, you're going to have all these basic like normals that you can throw out, and then you're going to have your ice moves that you can throw out with the D button.
Okay.
So he's going to throw out ice. If you're playing Ragna, he's going to do his life-sucking move. That's what his D button will do. If you play different characters, they'll do different things. Like my character, Rachel, she'll control the wind with the D button. If you play Tao, she'll do her special dive cancels with the D button. But they're all going to have these same 3 A, B, and C buttons that do light, medium, and heavy.
Okay, cool. So, I'm trying to decide if I want to go into the different button combinations or if we want to... So, I mean, obviously, in a lot of these games, if you hit multiple buttons, you get throws, you get, especially in Arxis games, you get barrier guard and stuff like that. So what are the different button combinations here in this game?
Your main 2 are going to be your barrier guard. So if you're guarding, attack me. Generally, you're going to get pushed away at a little bit.
Right.
But if you want them to go farther away, you're going to hold A and B, your light and medium, while blocking, and that will get sort of a push.
Yeah. And interestingly enough, it looked like it pushes them more than it pushes you,
It does.
right? Yeah, interesting.
It'll keep you in place. If it pushed you any more backward, then characters like Lychee that have supreme pressure could easily push you to the corner in no time.
Gotcha.
And then also while blocking, if we're going to get on this topic really quickly, is instant blocking. When you press back, as soon as they're attacking you, you'll flash white for a second, you'll get IB, which gives you 3 meter, and it'll actually increase your frames by like how much the moves are plus or minus, like on block.
Okay.
By about 3 frames.
Right. Now that's similar to Guilty Gear. That's in Guilty Gear, right?
It is.
But not in Persona, right? Does Persona have the...
Persona has it as well.
Oh, it does? Okay.
It will give you 2 heat instead of 3 heat like it does in BlazBlue.
Oh, nice. Even your super meter has numbers next to it that tells you exactly how full it is. Okay.
And the point of IB also while blocking, so say you really want to push them away, if you can manage to IB while barrier blocking, that will push them even more away.
Oh, wow, okay.
So
I'm basically just going to press
just
C
2A,
when I
2A,
land.
2A.
2A?
Fine.
Okay, that's fine.
Oh, wow. So even during a block string, you can start instant blocking in the middle of that.
Yeah,
So,
you can.
so if he does, for example, that's a true block string that he's doing, right? So in other words, if you let go of the controller, you're going to stay blocking, right? So in other words, if there's a true block string, there's almost no danger to try instant blocking inside there,
No, there
right?
isn't.
Okay.
Yeah. So actually, when you're blocking, any inputs you're doing, since it's a true block string, will not come out. So you could be matching DP, but if it's a true block string, then it won't come out.
So
You'll still be blocking.
Right.
So there's no... let's say there is absolute guard. So once you're in block, you can let go of the stick and you'll continue to block.
Yeah, even cross-ups.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah.
It's kind of funny because I still think there's only really one fighting game that doesn't have absolute guard, and that's Third Strike. I can't name another fighting game that doesn't have that.
I don't think Injustice has that.
Oh, does it? Oh, the games with block buttons. Yeah, that makes sense.
But
Okay.
anyway, it's rare.
Yeah.
Okay. So your second combination of buttons is going to be your grab, which is B and C.
Okay.
So you can do forward grab and back grab. And depending on what character have depends on your follow-ups you can do. Some
Right,
characters
right.
have special cancels after grabs, some don't.
Okay. So, I mean, in general, like in Guilty Gear, any two buttons let you do the barrier guard, right? But this one, it's specifically A and B, correct?
Specifically A and B, you can get option selects. I'll get into that later, but you could option select grab while barrier guarding.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Oh, that's cool. Okay.
But you will get TRM'd if you're mashing it.
Oh, really?
So throw, reject, miss. If you're mashing grab tech, there's 30 frames after you press the grab tech that you can get grab for free.
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Okay,
That's pretty
okay.
cool. There are also air grabs, just point out.
Air grabs.
Do-
And you cannot do forward and back grab in the air.
Oh,
It's
really?
just one
There's only
direction.
the one. Yeah.
Now, does every character have an air throw?
Every character has an air throw. Pretty much every character, I think, can combo after it.
Okay.
Some characters get more. They have good proration as
Okay,
well.
okay. So, there's no combination with A and C or anything
A
like
and
that?
C, no. There's no like C and D. There's no
Right.
A and there's no combination of any button and D
Okay.
that's going to work for
Okay.
you. It's just A, B, and A, B. Oh, and then also rapid cancel is A, B, and C.
Oh, this is the Roman cancel, basically.
Yeah, so
of
you
the game,
cancel
right?
your recovery with the rapid cancel.
Yeah, if you have meter, which you don't, so...
If I give myself some
That's right.
Okay. So say Jin does block.
Yeah.
Say Jin does that, which is like really bad on block.
Mm-hmm.
He rapid cancels it to make it
Right,
safe.
right.
Can you
No,
do that?
Or he'll do the overhead into rapid cancel.
Right, okay.
And is that only during the move's active frames, or is there like some period of time afterward?
It's active.
So in other words, you can only rapid cancel if it connects on the opponent, right? There's no whiffing
No,
force
there's no-
Roman cancels in
no.
this game, right? Okay.
If I whiff it, I cannot rapid cancel.
Okay. Gotcha. What about like projectiles? Does anybody have a projectile they can rapid cancel? Or
Rachel
anything?
can do rapid cancels to her projectiles.
Oh, dang. Okay.
But generally, like, well, at least in Rachel's case, she can't rapid cancel until the rock hits you.
Oh.
okay.
So in
Okay.
other words, she can't just throw
She can't
something.
throw it and then rapid cancel and throw another one.
Okay, alright.
She can't rapid cancel until it actually connects with you.
Okay.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it's got to connect in some way.
And of course, if you press all four, you're gonna get your Overdrive, which is new to Blazblue Chronophantasma.
Okay.
If you're getting hit, you'll get the green burst.
Oh, okay. So, I mean, in Persona and in Guilty Gear, there's a regular burst, and then there's also the gold burst,
Yeah.
right? In this game, there is no gold burst. It's replaced by the overdrive,
It is.
correct? Okay. So basically, while you're getting hit or while you're in block stun, you can do a burst. And what's the cost for doing a burst?
So you have your gauge, which is the little
It's like right up
the
here where I'm
little
jumping
yellow
right now.
circle.
Yeah,
It's
that's,
all circle dealy.
Okay.
And if you overdrive so like say you burst, it's gonna go all the way away. Just like Guilty Gear though, if you do the overdrive, you're gonna not have all of it gone. You're gonna have like 3/4 of it gone.
Gotcha. Okay. And then as you keep playing, it just builds back as you get hit, or is it a time-based
It is
thing?
time based.
It is time. Okay. Do you start the round? You start the first round with one available?
You start every game with one, yes.
Okay.
You don't start every round. It,
Right,
it does
okay,
carry
yeah.
over from round to round.
Okay.
But the odds are, so like, many characters like get good things, like Hakumen, for example, gets Megatama his like meter for doing overdrive.
Oh, gotcha.
So he
Okay.
could do it to start the round, and odds are he's going to get it back by the time the round ends.
Right.
So some characters get more advantage from doing
It's
that.
really interesting.
Okay.
So basically, you really have to decide whether you want to use the burst to save yourself or go for a comeback if you're
Yeah, it's to like either not take damage or to deal more, I guess. in some
Right.
cases.
It's also worth noting that the
Okay.
timer stops when you overdrive.
Oh.
So if you're like 5 seconds left and you're way behind, you could overdrive, stop the timer, and get a victory.
That's pretty sick.
Okay, that's cool.
And
that's cool.
different characters have different lengths of overdrive time.
Well, actually, it's health bar related.
Oh, is it? Okay. Didn't
Yeah.
know that.
So the less health you have, the more overdrive you're gonna get.
Oh, nice. Okay. What about like? We'll get into that a little bit probably when we get into the character specifics. But let's talk a little bit about movement options here, right? So obviously, every fighting game, walk, crouch, jump in different directions, right? But like, how do the dashes work in this game?
So you're gonna have a forward dash. Some characters it's gonna be different, but in general, most characters are gonna have a dash forward, which is press forward twice, and you're gonna have a back dash, which is press backward twice.
So I mean, Street Fighter, whenever you do a forward dash, it's usually just a fixed length or whatever.
Yeah.
But this one apparently you can just keep running the entire time, right?
That most characters are like that. Not every character has a dash.
Okay.
So if you play a character like, I'll pick Aracune and I'll pick let's pick Carl. Where's Carl on the screen?
Dude,
It's
I
impossible
can't
to tell.
help.
There he is.
Okay. Oh yeah.
He's right under my character. Some characters have teleports as dashes. Aracune and Azrael are two characters that teleport instead of dashing.
Okay.
And then
okay.
some characters like Carl are going to hop instead of dashing.
Gotcha. So the teleport dashes are kind of like Slayer or Shinko for Marvel players, right?
Yeah, so this is Aracune dashing.
Okay. Okay.
And then if you press Carl, he's going to hop towards you.
Okay.
and
Can he
backwards.
attack during his hop or no?
No.
Oh, so he's more like a Street Fighter dash then. Okay. Now, when you do back dashes, there's invincibility, right?
There is. And actually, every backdash is invincible on frame 1.
Oh, really?
And since the teching system is so precise in Blazblue, you can buffer a backdash pretty easily on wakeup.
So if you buffer a backdash on wakeup, you literally can go through any media attack with
Yeah.
the backdash. Okay, so basically there's such a thing as reversal backdash, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay.
And actually, like, some characters have... They're changing it for the patch, but some characters have amazing backdashes that are really hard to bait.
Okay, okay.
But generally, you can catch a backdash by easily baiting it.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, just for those people who don't know, we'll probably end up referring to this a lot during the course of the episodes. There is a patch for this game coming out very soon, right? This patch is already live in Japanese arcades, if I'm not correct, right? If I'm correct, right? Okay.
About a week ago, maybe 2 weeks ago.
Okay. And do we know when it's coming out here?
May, they say.
May. Okay. And that's going to do some balance changes, a couple of little system changes and stuff like that, right? Hopefully no more 8K unburstable Kokonoe combos.
No, there are still going to be Golden Tiger combos, though, but they won't do 8K.
Okay, cool.
Well, let's keep talking about the movement options.
Right. So outside of dash, most of the Arxis games have high jumps, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yeah, so if you play Sea Viper, it's the same as her super jump, where you
Right.
press down and then up and you get a super jump.
Right.
If you just... Aracune is not the best example, because his jumps are all high.
Well, you can switch.
But if you... most characters, you're going to have a normal jump, you're going to have a jump that goes slightly higher, which is your super jump.
Right. Okay.
Let's do Kokonoe. And after you jump or super jump, you can air dash forward.
Okay.
With every character.
So everybody has a forward air dash
Or
and
back, yeah.
and a back air dash, right? Okay.
Which is pressing forward, back in the air.
Right. And I know when we did Persona with Shia Plus, James, Persona had the ability to turn your character around and all that, so that's not in this
That's
game,
not in
right?
Blazblue, and actually in Persona, if you super jump, you can't air dash forward or backward. And that's not the way it is.
So this is more like Guilty Gear then, right? Okay.
But in this game, if you see when I do a super jump, I continue to hit in when I do a regular jump, I continue to hit in the same direction. See what I'm talking about?
Right.
But if you do a super jump, you'll actually turn around.
Gotcha. So the high jumps will let you turn around. Okay, and you can also see when they high jump, there's that little blur behind them too. So and the dust of cloud is a little bit bigger. So
is there like a number of air options that you can do?
Well, before we get into that,
okay.
We didn't mention that not only do they have a high jump, but every character also has a double jump.
They do. Double jump.
Is that every character, or is there
It
some
is.
characters that do not have it?
It's just
Tager doesn't.
Tao that has the double jump. I mean, she can do a triple jump if you play Tao Kaka.
Okay.
Tager has no air dash and no double jump.
Yeah, or toward dash.
No.
Right.
Yeah, he
Makes
just
sense,
walks
makes sense.
walks
Yeah,
across the screen very sadly. It is very sad.
Oh man. Okay.
Okay, but if you do a double jump, does that remove any of your other options? I see that I can't do a dash in the air after I do a double jump.
No, you can. You're gonna choose between air dashing or double jumping.
Okay.
Now, can you double jump out of a high jump?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Yes, and you can't do that in Persona either.
Okay.
But so in general, if you see someone double jump, you're gonna be like, oh, it's time to anti-air them. But of course, you know, every character, well, not every character, most characters have some sort of movement delaying option
Right.
to bait out your anti-air.
Right. Okay. Now I know, like for a lot of the games, like for Guilty Gear, you know, we're talking about anti-airs. Let's just kind of keep going on this topic. So Guilty Gear, usually towards plus punch is an anti-air. In Persona, usually crouching B is an anti-air. Is there kind of a universal button system in this game?
There really isn't in this game. It is, I mean, Kokonoi it is, because they want Kokonoi to be easy. So forward plus the light button is your anti-air, and with Noel also it's going to be your anti-air.
Okay.
Generally, forward plus A with the easy character is going to get you your anti-air.
But that's not always the case.
But
then,
I'd say
right?
half the cast, maybe a quarter of the cast isn't that way.
Okay.
So like Bullet, for example, hers is forward B.
Okay.
And then depending on situation, especially Lychee, she has like 5 anti-airs, but they're all bad. So so she can do 4B as an anti-air, and so for those of you who play other games, 4 is backward, 6 is forward.
Oh, yeah.
We should have talked about that.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Oh, let me just bring that up real quick.
Okay,
so a lot of, especially for Arxis games, you know, that the community for Arxis games uses number notation for the joystick. So if you look at the numpad on your computer, if you don't happen to be on a laptop, but if you're on a keyboard, you can look at the number pad there, and basically the numbers represent all the different directions. So 6 will be right, 8 will be up, 5 is neutral. Right. So if we talk about 4B, that means back and hitting the B button.
Right.
And if you say 2, 3, 6, that's quarter circle forward, aka down, forward.
Forward.
Yeah. So. Okay.
Yeah, so that's, I mean, I guess we'll probably be saying that a lot.
Yeah. So.
Yeah, so Lychee could do 4B backwards B as an anti-air. She can also do 2A as an anti-air because she crouches so low to the ground.
Okay.
So she actually just will low profile your aerial attack and just anti-air you with 2A. Jin does that a lot as well.
So in other words, she's kind of like the Dulcim. You have to know what anti-airs to use at the given situations and keep mixing between them, right? Yeah. Chun-Li's kind of like that too in Street Fighter 4. So Bison, yeah, exactly. Okay. So you want to take a break real quick, and then when we come back, I want to start talking about meter, because there's the meter down there, there's the barrier meter up there. We talked about the burst, and it looks like Kokonoi has her own meter, so we'll talk about those when we come back. So hang on, let me bust out my cool new thing here. All right, we'll be right back.
Check this out.
Yeah.